Hello everyone, today I will introduce to you an ability of my game that could be one of the hardest ability to master in the game history. As you can see on the screen here, this is not a very difficult ability to use, but when you have to use it during a fast reaction event, it will be very difficult. Okay, first and foremost, I will show you the basic principle of this ability and how it works. Imagine three circles like this, with this one represent the player. Now when we activate the ability, it will shoot a ray cast. If the ray cast does not hit the biggest circle, you cannot use the ability. But if the ray cast hits the biggest circle, it will slowly act as a guideline to how the player travels into the center and back out like this. Now when the player hits the center, it will shoot out with its current direction. So if you use this ability carefully, you can propel yourself to anywhere you want. Now to code for the guideline, we need an array of position and then connecting them together to become a guideline. To do this, firstly we have to place the first point at the player position, then the second point at the breakcast hit. Now to calculate the next positions, we need the initial velocity of the player as well as the attractive force from the magnet. To make the effects more realistic, I will also make the attractive force depend on the distance from the magnet to the position. Now to the coding part. We have to set up some stupid variables just for the computer to know what is a laser and what is a magnet. Next, I created the two variables I said earlier and some variables to work with in the inspector. Next, I assign the input into the initial velocity and shoot a raycast like I said earlier. Finally, I used a for loop to assign all the positions. Finally, I assign those variables respectively to many other experiments, and this is the result.
What? What the failure?
Okay, so if you remember what you have learned about electromagnetism from school, you know that the equation for it looks like this. Now we only need to focus on the R, because all other variables are relatively constant. Notice that the R is squared here, indicating that we also have to square the distance too. That look better, but we still have to tweak some elements. There we go. You may find it traveling in a weird elliptical orbit, but this is actually very normal. Since electromagnetism works the exact same way as gravity, if an object does not lose energy, it won't fall into the center of attraction. To fix this problem, we will add friction. We'll add it in such a way that it decelerates the player over time. Here's the result. So we have essentially done the guidelines. Now we'll move to the shooting part. So basically what I'm doing here is making the player moving from the first position to the other and repeat. Notice that I use move toward function here because I need it to move to the exact position. Day and night move to the exact position. Now we only need to add a loop. So that is it for this ability. Of course it is not complete, but I'll fix all the bugs it makes later. Now I have to go. Goodbye. Hey, thank you for watching my video. If you want more contents like this, please consider subscribing. That would help me a lot. Also, this is my most recent video. You can watch it if it looks like a clickbait.